Today, I am going to be making some chili, but I'm going to use some ground turkey. So that's what's on the menu with Chef Will. Turkey chili. All right, now the kidney beans, which is what I'm going to use for this chili. You can use red beans. I don't care what kind of beans you use. You just have to monitor the time. But traditionally, use red kidney beans. So I'm going to soak these in some hot water, drain them, and then cook them slowly. Then I'll prepare the other stuff. And by stuff, I mean ingredients. I'm eating dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate. Okay. On the menu with Chef Will Gotay, I'm making that turkey chili, so I'm going to finish it. I have one of the things that I do to my chili, I think it adds a better flavor, is I also use sausage. So I have some turkey sausage, and of course I have the ground turkey, right? I'm using a pound of each. And the seasoning, the tomato, the bell pepper, the onion. I'm using red beans. You saw me soak those. I already soaked those, so I'll show you all that. But on the menu today, some good old-fashioned homemade chili. Yeehaw. So first we brown the meat. So I'm going to put it in the pan and brown it. While that's browning, I'm going to cut the veggies. Now, plain ground turkey doesn't have a lot of fat, all right? So that's why I use the turkey sausage, because that has more fat. So together it works out really well. So break it up, okay, so that it starts to brown at the same time. Now there's a trick. If you like your chili, I like my chili with a little chunks, so I'm not going to do this. But if I was to pour about a cup of water in this and do this, the chili will be more granular than it will be clumpy. I kind of like the clumps in it. So there we go. Right, now we cover it. We're going to let it cook. I'm going to dice the tomatoes, the onions, the bell pepper, and get all the spices together. You got 3 Roma tomatoes chopped, and I have 1 medium kind of large bell pepper also chopped. All right, let's check on, oh, all right. Well, you see, good. So you see how it's starting to brown, all right? Got to give it a good stir. So now I chop the onion. And it's chopped. All right, so we're back to the meat. 1 segundo. All right, so it's almost, yeah, this is perfect. So now I'm going to break this up, and then I'm going to add the vegetables, the chopped vegetables. And here goes the tomatoes, the bell peppers, the onions. I put some garlic, that's fried garlic, some of my favorite garlic. You get it in Asian stores. Here I'm adding some chili powder. That's going to be a generous portion. And you know I'm going to break this out, all right? It's going to give it a really good flavor. All right, now I'm going to stir this up, and then I'm going to add the beans and then the broth. And I'm not going to use water because I already made the broth, so I'm going to use some chicken broth in here. All right, so here I'm adding the beans, right? And these have been soaked overnight. And I make my own beef and chicken broth from leftover bones. So it's a great way to cook pasta or put soups or make rice or anything. So here's my own homemade chicken broth. All right, so this is what it's looking like right now. Now keep in mind, I'm going to bring this to a boil, lower it, cover it, and let the beans fully cook, which should take about maybe 45 minutes to an hour. It's looking good though. And as always, now we take advantage, clean up, do whatever, watch TV, take a bath. Got 45 minutes. That boiling should take you about maybe 10, 12 minutes. It was a half a pound, almost 3/4 of a pound of red beans that were soaked, a pound of turkey, a pound of turkey sausage, then the tomato, the onion, the bell pepper, okay, and then the 2 quarts of chicken broth. All right, so it comes a lot. Now, when you season it, you want to season it very little at first, because when it reduces, if you add too much salt, it's gonna condense and it's gonna taste saltier as the liquid evaporates. All right. So let me show you what I'm gonna clean off of this. All right. You notice this stuff on top? These are some impurities that are, in some of the vegetables and stuff, even if you watch them. So I am going to scoop this out. You see how I do this? Just let it scoop All right, not too much, just the foam. You get that, okay? You want to get rid of that. All right, do it again. I'm gonna get all of this off. All right, got most of it off, all right? And now I'm gonna do this, take the rest, all right? And then, now that it's boiling, I'm gonna lower the flame, cover it, and let it simmer for 45 minutes. It has been simmering for 45 minutes. I am going to check the beans to see what the texture is. Then I'm gonna uncover it and let it thicken. All right, let's see this. No, needs a little longer, so I'm going to give it another 15 minutes. I almost forgot about a tablespoon of this. That's when things get a little strange. I'm going to add, because I don't want the gluten in it, I'm going to add oatmeal. What? Oatmeal. All right, so there goes the oatmeal. And now we mix. And we let it thicken. Stop freaking out, all right? It works. It works really well. I also thicken up my spaghetti sauces, stuff like that with oatmeal. Good. All right, so this has been slow cooking. See how thick it's gotten? That's because of the oatmeal. So now it cooked for 10 minutes more, right? I'm gonna cover it, turn it off, and let it set another 10 minutes. And there you go, there's the alarm. All right, uncover it. And you see how thick it is? Look at this. And you can't tell it has oatmeal. Gluten-free. There you go. Wonderful. Oh. Now, I made way too much of this. Take a shot. My hair's weird. So I'm going to jar it. So I've sterilized the jars. Now I'm going to fill this with it. Cover them, make sure that they pop. Put them in the fridge. Save them for another time. All right, here you go. Ground turkey and turkey sausage chili. And it is thickened with oatmeal. I know it sounds weird. It is delicious, you guys. You got to try it. Look at this. So good. So good. Oh my God. You got to try this chili. Make it in batches, and then freeze some of it. This is what I did with the jarring. So you see, I got 3 jars here. I'm waiting for the tops to pop in. I'm gonna let that cool off, and then stick it in the fridge. And in the fridge, jarred, if you jarred it properly, I'll go over that whole technique at another time. Just make sure that everything's sterilized. It'll last a couple months in the refrigerator, okay? So good, you guys. Chef Will Gotay, I know my hair's going crazy and I got to shave and all that, but I'm doing pictures and, you know. Anyway, Chef Will Gotay, on the menu with me, turkey and sausage chili with red beans. Outrageous.